The value of most of the world's main currencies has fallen significantly throughout the past decade. For this reason, Bitcoin is essential. The yen's value plummeted by 29%. It was a 34% decline for the pound in the UK. Nearly 40% of the value of €1 was lost. A 46% decline in value for the US dollar and a 51% decline for the Chinese yuan were recorded. You can benefit from this since you now understand things more clearly. The value of fiat currency declines with time, and more people are beginning to see this. Witness this with your own eyes. Here we see a prime illustration of this. I couldn't agree with you more that fiat currencies can't handle inflation. There aren't many people who think this way, therefore you should probably agree. Bitcoin operates under a different set of regulations. As time goes on, this will keep happening. Just like that, the price is divided in two. This indicates that the demand is higher than the supply at the moment. Considering this, what do you believe the second part of the game? Even if few people give any thought to any of those factors, XRP holders are allowed to return to the CryptoZX channel whenever they like. The market has been progressively awakening during the last hour, which is encouraging since it indicates that Tuesday morning is rapidly approaching. At the moment, XRP is priced at $130. Watch everything unfold live right now. When compared to Bitcoin, the 230 price has decreased by 1.5%. With 134 transactions occurring per 24 hours, the market value is at 1,000 baht, 700,000 baht. However, I must emphasize before we proceed that in no way is anything presented on this channel to be construed as financial advice. Do your own due diligence on cryptocurrency before investing any money into it, just like any other investment. Yeah, that's right. I think that's humorous and I wanted to bring it up. Post a comment telling me if you agree or disagree. Despite his distaste for Bitcoin, Time Me Diamond, executive chairman of JP Morgan, has stated that it would be possible for consumers to purchase Bitcoin. I will defend your freedom to purchase Bitcoin at all costs. It is yours to keep. Have a look at the. It is irrelevant if he enjoys the team or not. His many negative comments regarding Bitcoin over the last many years have been obvious. We have him now. Bitcoin can now be purchased by JP Morgan customers. To what extent are you aware of the gravity of the situation? Almost nobody has the answer to the question. Come to terms with this. Can you explain me why he's complaining about the show to everyone? Does he think people will be scared? Among the most influential wealth managers in the world, Bitcoin is highly favored. It is commonly believed that hedge funds are opposed to Bitcoin. What does he say? Do you believe him? Related to the idea that humans are inherently terrifying, such an era has long since passed. The price of Bitcoin dropped when he and others like him spoke ill of the cryptocurrency. His consumers can now purchase Bitcoin right here, so those days are over. So, you're giving his clients access to digital assets without providing anything else provides the idea that he is perfect. So it's clear that what they're doing is beneficial. Their desires are clearly satisfied, thus it is only fair that they share in the spoils. Despite the fact that he generally dislikes Bitcoin, he probably feels guilty about thinking back. It only takes a glance at the past 5 years for him to realize how insane this asset class has gotten. He undoubtedly considers this on a daily basis. If I told you that was my plan if I were in his shoes, would you take me seriously? In my opinion, that is quite humorous. Would you mind sharing your thoughts in the space provided below the comments? Accordingly, Circle has dispelled speculation that it is being acquired by Ripple or Coinbase, and has stated emphatically that it is not up for grabs. Our plans for the future have not changed. This could be what they say. In any case, this could be genuine, or there could be agreements prohibiting the disclosure of this information. That concludes that. You should check into Ripple instead of Coinbase because it will be a better investment. Charles Hoskinson, who co-founded the cryptocurrency Cardano with him, he claimed, I couldn't be. It is more congruent with Ripple has secured a spot for Coinbase in the industry. Coinbase has been around for a while, but it received a boost to its reputation from a major player in the Bitcoin business. Is Ripple's daily operation something you're familiar with? Regulating the Bitcoin sector is a highly significant development that may take place in the coming decades. Just take a look at this. Because of its partnerships with large banks and other monetary organizations, Ripple has gained widespread favor among these establishments. For the second time, it's obvious that companies should choose Ripple because the fact that it collaborates with major banks and other banking organizations. While some view XRP token as a rival to Bitcoin, we have been discussing the possibility of Ripple and XRP token changing the way consumers pay for items across international borders on a daily basis. In addition, because Scroop is deflationary, the supply of P tokens will continue to decline when the network's capacity to issue new tokens is exhausted. Something that has already been released is being consumed at a rapid pace. The true status of the price needs to be determined first. Take a look at the leads activities in the prior several hours. The past few minutes feel more like the past hour when I give it some serious thought. The level of control has plummeted and is dropping precipitously. In my opinion, though, Bitcoin has recently reconsidered. Bitcoin manifestly desires a return to $190, not $0.01 in its price. When you finish reading this news, we might have already surpassed a 110. As far as anyone can tell, we returned after a very lengthy weekend. For those of you who are wondering how much the additional component will cost, let's give it new life. I can see how much your optional component costs. It accounts for a significant portion of the amount. We can do without it. In order to proceed, we require the XR component plan. That is all there is to the matter. Your additional pieces pricing will have increased as a result. $2.